Shakti talked about how creative visualization works. That means for you to make creative visualization very effective, there are some interrelated principles that you have to be aware of, and that these principles are the foundation for creative visualization. And the first principle is that the physical universe, that is the physical universe that you can see, is all made up of energy. That everything that you see in the universe is just energy. And then things appear to be solid and separate from one another on level at which our physical senses normally perceive them. On finer levels and subatomic levels, seemingly solid matter. She went further to talk about how that our physical universe is actually made up of energy, okay? That everything that you see in the physical universe is made up of energy, but that this energy varies. And these energies varies. That means they have different forms. So energy having different forms, from solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, physical universe made up of energy, but that this energy varies. That means that they have different forms, and these forms can be categorized into solid, liquid, and gaseous states. All right, solid and liquid, gaseous states. I hope you guys are learning, and that the reason for this physical universe being energy, the reason why they are in different forms, solid, liquid, and gaseous state, is because they are vibrating. They are vibrating at different rates of speed. All right, that one of the principles is that the physical universe is not just physical universe as it were, but that it is made up of energy, and that this energy varies. That means they are in different forms, solid, liquid, and gaseous states. And the reason for them having different forms, even though they are all energy, is because of the fact that they are vibrating at different rates of speed, okay? Vibrating at different rates of speed. So the energy is vibrating at different rates of speed, and thus have different qualities. Because they are vibrating at different rates of speed, they have different qualities, all right? They have different qualities. Now, she went further to now talk about thought. Now that we know that the physical energy is made up of and have different forms, these forms vibrating at different rates, she went further to talk about thoughts having a form of energy. Thought is a form of energy. It's a form of energy. But that this thought, being a form of energy, is light, very light, and also changes rapidly. And also changes very quickly or rapidly. And now, don't forget that what we are talking about now is one of the principles that forms the foundation for creative visualization. And that principle is that the physical universe is made up of energy, having different forms, even though they are all energy. Everything that you see in the universe is made up of energy, having different forms as a result of the fact that they are at different rates of speed. That is, having different qualities. But that thought also is a form of energy, in that it is light. It's not as dense as any other forms of energy, like your stone, the flesh, and all that. But that our thoughts are forms of energy, but they are lights and they change very quickly. She went further to now talk about that since our thoughts, because what we want to pass across now is these principles that makes creative visualization active, or makes creative visualization work. One of them, or A, is that the physical universe is made up of energy. Now that thought is also a form of energy, but that thought is a light form and then changes very quickly. She now went further and said that there's another principle that we have to take note of, and that principle is also that energy is magnetic. Now that you have all this also coming, that energy is magnetic. She now went further to say that energy of the same quality of vibration tends to attract energy of a similar quality and vibration. Thoughts and feelings have their own magnetic energy, which attracts energy of a similar nature. Okay, now that we are aware that thought or energy is magnetic, thought, being a form of energy, has its own magnetic nature. Thoughts are magnetic. They are magnetic. That means they have the ability to attract to themselves. Ability to attract. Ability to attract. The same ability to attract the same similar qualities. To themselves. So for example, if you are thinking of a particular stuff, say for example you are thinking of illness or disease, that if you have a thought of disease, that you also, because you have a thought of disease, you will attract disease. Meaning that energy is magnetic and thoughts are magnetic. That means they have the ability to attract to themselves the same similar qualities. Thought of disease attracts disease. That is, that like causes must always attract like effects. Alright? Like causes must always attract like effects. That is the law of cause and effect. Alright? The law of cause and effect. Let me summarize this from here. That's one of the principles that will help you to use creative visualization make creative visualization very effective, is that the universe, or the physical universe that we see, is made up of energy. But these energies varies, have different forms of solid, liquid, gas, and gaseous states. And the reason for them having different forms is because they are vibrating at different rates of speed. And that thought is a form of energy. Light, that is, it has its lights and changes very quickly, and that energy is magnetic. So if energy is magnetic, thought, being a form of energy, would attract to itself the same similar qualities. They attract the same similar qualities to themselves. For example, if you have a thought of disease, you attract disease. Why? Because like causes must always bring about like effects. Okay? Now, she now went further to say the same principle hold true even if we do not take direct physical action to manifest our ideas. All right, simply having an idea or thought, holding it in your mind is an energy which will tend to attract and create that form on the material plane. If you constantly think of illness, just like I said, you will eventually become ill. If you believe yourself to be beautiful, you will eventually become so. So that is it about that principle. Let me clean this off. That is it about one of the principles. One, that we have physical universe being energy, and that B, that energy is magnetic. All right, so let me clean that up. Now, once you begin to have this foundation, creative visualization becomes very easy for you to practice. It becomes very, very easy for you to practice. And honestly, you should try as much as possible to be aware of these principles, because once you are aware and you are conscious that these principles do exist, it makes creative visualization very easy to practice. All right, so the next one that we're looking at is the law of radiation and attraction. Law of radiation and attraction. So she went further to say that this is the principle that whatever you put out into the universe will be reflected back to you. As you sow, so shall you reap. What this means from a practical standpoint is that we always attract into our lives whatever we think about the most, believe in most strongly, expect from the deepest level, or imagine most vividly. So that means that you as an individual, because you are a form of energy. All right, you are a form of energy having thoughts. You are a form of energy having thoughts. That means you have the ability to radiate into the universe. More like radiate into the universe. Those things that you think about more vividly. Those things that you think about on the deepest level, that you believe and expect on the deepest level, you tend to attract those things. You understand? On a practical point, we always attract what we think about the most. So first and foremost, because we're a form of energy vibrating, having thoughts vibrating at a rate of speed, or a particular rate of speed, you have the ability to put things into the universe. So you're putting things into the universe as a result of your thoughts, right? So you radiate things into the universe. That by the virtue of the fact that you are a form of energy having thoughts and vibrating at a rate of speed, at even not even a rate, but a lighter version of energy, that is quick to change, that those things that you deeply believe, those things that you hold strongly as being true, once it leaves you or your nature or your body, that means radiates into the universe. It has the ability to attract the same thought. It has the ability. So when we are negative and fearful, for example, insecure or anxious, we tend to attract the very experiences, situation, or people that we are seeking to avoid. Did you see that? So you have deep belief. You have deep belief about negative. You have strong beliefs, deep beliefs about negative stuffs. fearful situations. And what of you? Now, because of your deep beliefs of negativity and fearful situations, once that belief stays so strongly or ingrained within you, you start to radiate that belief that you have every power within you to also attract these things that you are not aware of, that you're actually sending into the universe, that you have the ability to attract those things. So if you basically have a positive attitude, expecting satisfaction and happiness, you will attract and create people, situations, and events which conform to a positive expectation. So if you have deep beliefs of positive things or stuffs deeply within you, and also envisioning pleasure, satisfaction, and happiness, just as you have deep beliefs of negative stuffs, you can attract them to yourself. Why? Because it's ingrained within you. So those are your strong beliefs, form of energy. Having thoughts tend to vibrate at the rate of speed, and as it is vibrating at the rate of speed, also attracts to himself that thing that is vibrating within. And that if you have deep beliefs or negative beliefs about things, you have fear and all that, you tend to attract the same. The same goes with deep beliefs of positive things. You also tend to attract those things, pleasure, satisfaction. You attract events which conforms to your positive expectations. You tend to attract events which conform to your positive expectations. So the more positive energy we put into imagining what we want, now listen, the more positive energy we put into imagining what we want, the more it begins to manifest in our lives. So that means that you have to be conscious of your thoughts. Conscious thoughts, because conscious thoughts brings about you radiating things, all right, radiating things into the universe, and then brings or attracts, conscious thoughts, which is a form of energy. Conscious thoughts, which is a form of energy, tends to attract what it is that is putting out. Conscious thoughts tends to attract what it puts out. So that means that you must be conscious of your thought, because you are a form of energy that have from having a thought, and that you're vibrating. So that means that whatever it is that you're thinking, you have to be very positive about it, because if you're not positive about it, you tend to attract whatever it is that is within you, or whatever it is that you are thinking. So if you have a conscious thought about beautiful life or envisioning pleasure and happiness, you tend to attract whatever it is that you put out into the universe. Okay, now using creative visualization, the process of change does not occur on a superficial level through mere positive thinking. Now that you now understand this principle, it is not 100% guaranteed that creative visualization would work for you. So what it means is that you must have within you deepest, you must have within you that it involves exploring, discovering, and changing our deepest, most basic attitudes towards life. So that means you must change. You must change. Your belief systems. You must change your belief system about life. Your belief systems about life at the deepest level. Because if you don't change your belief system about life being good, you cannot practice creative visualization properly or effectively. You have to first change your beliefs, your deepest beliefs about life. Changing your deepest beliefs about life and basic attitudes toward life. That's why learning to use creative visualization can become a process of deep and meaningful growth. In the process, we often discover ways in which we have been holding ourselves back. So she's also saying that with creative visualization, you can also start to change your belief systems about life. See life as being good. See life as being prosperous. All right? See life as being beautiful. Okay, so once you start to do that with creative visualization, you are able to, at the deepest level, start to use it and you start to see results. But that you must first change your beliefs. As a matter of fact, creative visualization can also help you to erase whatever belief system that you had about life before that's not too okay or not too comfortable for you as an individual. That creative visualization can help you start to cleanse your mind about the ideas or beliefs that you've had about life before. That you must start to now use creative visualization to change your belief system about life. See life as being good, see life as being prosperous, or as being beautiful. And once you start to do that, then these principles can now become effective for you. Hope you understand, right? So she went further and said, at first you may practice creative visualization at specific times and for specific goals. As you get more in the habit of using it and begin to trust it. And that's one thing about practice. Now, once you start to practice creative visualization and you're using it, you continue to practice. Practice is very important, because once you start to practice, it becomes a continuous awareness, a state of consciousness in which you know that you are the constant creator of your life. Okay, now once you start to practice creative visualization, it becomes part of you, that you're now aware and conscious of the fact that you are the creator of your life. So what you now start to do is to start to create beautiful life for yourself. Don't forget, awareness is very, very important, because once you are not aware and then you started to put out that practice, you are becoming used to creative visualization. It becomes very easy for you to now start to put out things that you really want for your life, rather than putting out things that you don't want. Okay, so this is the ultimate point of creative visualization, to make every moment of your life a moment of wondrous creation. Make every moment a moment of wondrous creation, in which we are just naturally choosing the best, the most beautiful, and most fulfilling lives we can imagine. So with creative visualization, you become the creator of your life. It becomes very easy for you to begin to choose the kind of life that you want, because you know that you are now the creator of your life. So you begin to choose a better life, a happy, beautiful relationship, a beautiful look, whatever it is on a deepest level. But that first and foremost, you must use creative visualization to change your belief system about life. See life as being good. See life as being prosperous. See life as being beautiful. Once you start to do that, it becomes very easy for you to practice creative visualization. And then don't forget the principle that we mentioned, that first and foremost the universe is energy, and then that this energy that we are looking at is magnetic, and energy is magnetic. All right, and that this energy that is magnetic tends to attract to itself by first radiating and then attracting. So energy, magnetic, have the ability to attract. How? By first radiating and then attracting into your life the things that you want. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.